welcome everybody to the Sunscreen Film Festival announcement for the 9th Annual Film Festival. I am Tony Armour, Executive Director and Co-Founder of the festival.
And I am Tyler Martin-Olich, the Programming Director for the festival.
And for the past few years, every year when we've announced the films, we've done it in this sort of video podcast format. People seem to like it, so we decided we would stick with it again. So we want to start out by saying thank you for everybody that submitted to the festival this year. We had more submissions than any other year in the 9-year history of the festival. Well over 500 submissions this year, and so it was really tough to go through and make all of the decisions on what films were going to be in the festival. And inevitably, people's films don't get chosen that sometimes are still good films. There's a lot of reasons that films won't make it into the festival. Sometimes it's too long. Sometimes there's a film that's just like it, it's very similar, that we do accept to the festival. There's a wide variety of reasons. And just because your film doesn't make it into the festival this year doesn't mean that it's a bad film.
No, but by no means. And one thing I want to publicly thank all of our screeners. We are all volunteer board staff. They've put in countless hours watching all these different films. As Tony said, over 500 this year, which was phenomenal. So congratulations to the filmmakers who are about to announce, but also those who took the time to submit. We really appreciate you helping to support the festival and just independent filmmaking in general. And
we do have another announcement that even if your film does not make it into number 9 Sunscreen Film Festival this year, we are partnering up with a new film festival in Winter Haven, Florida at the Ritz Historic Theater. It's an old historic theater. It's been built in 1925, I think, and they've refurbished it, redone it, and they are starting their own film festival there, and we are partnering up with them. So after we announce the films that are in Sunscreen at the Ritz Theater Film Festival in June, we're going to announce some of the films that we have selected for that festival as well. And there will be more films later on that are selected for that, but we're going to give some initial announcements of films that maybe didn't make Sunscreen but are going to play at the Ritz Theater Film Festival in June as well. So.
Absolutely, and a lot of films from Sunscreen's program this year will also be playing at the Ritz later on this year as well. And do we want to make an announcement about Sunscreen West?
Sure. Yeah, so as you may or may not know, we are now doing a Los Angeles West Coast version of the Sunscreen Film Festival as well, and that's going to take place October 10th to the 12th, and after Sunscreen East in Florida here wraps up on May 4th, a couple days after that, the submissions will open for Sunscreen West in Manhattan Beach, California. The first one last year went really well, screening films at the ArcLight in Manhattan Beach there, and we're looking forward to growing and doing a lot more things in Los Angeles as well.
All right.
Well, let's get started. I know you want to hear if your film made the festival or not, so we're just going to kind of read off the list. These are in no particular order whatsoever. We're going to start with the short films. Tyler, can you read that? Do you want to start?
Sure. And if we butcher the name, particularly any of the foreign films, I apologize in advance. I speak no language other than English, and I do that poorly. So to start off with, in again no particular order, Into the Silent Sea. There is no God, and we all die alone. If we were adults, check out. Domo. I'll let you do this one, Tony.
Yeah, a couple of German ones here. Die Schaukel des Sargmachers, The Swing of the Coffin Maker. No One Pukes in Heaven, In Himmel kotzt man nicht. Moritz und der Waldschrat, Moritz and the Woodwoos.
And this one's a Latin short, Balia, Maria, Meeting Gary, Steve's Problem, She's Having a Baby, Show and Tell, Ramon,
Rakapichen, Schwarzman,
The Fae,
scroll down,
okay, Drink, Cash for Gold, 32, Sweet Sea Breeze, Up and Down on the Horizon,
Wiese Nacht,
White Buttons, Love at First Sight, Meet My Rapist, The Wingmen, Lapis, I Am Super, The Sublet, Use the Elevator, Plotted Plants, Guest House, Overtime,
The Sublet.
I already said that one.
Okay.
Sorry.
There's so many here,
Yes.
Forgive us as we kind of try and go through.
The Wold and the Ballerina, Sand Snowman, Soul, Life is for Living, Reverse, Unbridled Chaos, Married in New York, Dove on the Roof, French film Madness for Two, Guest House, Le Train Bleu, Amazing Grace, Sheltered Love, Calipatria, Monkey with a Mustache, The Bedford Devil, The House Sitter, Things I Learned About Sex and Drugs.
Sex and Dogs,
I'm sorry. Johnny B. Bad, She, Meditation, Stella, Pennsylvania Holy Ghosts, The Only Man, A Day, Homecoming, Mosquito, Entity, Show and Tell, No Love Lost, Perulia, or Perelia.
It's a Latin film made in Colombia, Parihuela. So
Yes.
our
Forgive
apologies
us.
for butchering that.
And then we'll also be doing special screenings from Creative Clay, which is a local organization that promotes filmmaking and fine arts to mentally disabled adults and children. So we're really happy to be sponsoring that this year. We also have Cash for Gold, Limbo Kings, and a UT student short block with the following films: Flash Tag, Old Dirty Sundays, Wish You Had Time, Treasure Man, White Shadow, Rhythm and Bonita, Productivity, The Man Behind the Beard, Day 2162, Future of Tampa's Bro Bowl, Oh Brother, and The Killer Is, and finally Walk in the Park. And then we'll also be doing our annual short film screening that we partner with every year with the Dolly Museum.
And then we also have our short films that were made at the Sunscreen Film Festival Marine Science Film Camp in partnership with the Clearwater Marine Aquarium. 2 documentary films that were made for that camp, and 3 short films that were made at the Sunscreen Film Festival Summer Camp last summer. So those 5 films will also be screening as well.
Okay.
All right, good. So we'll move on to features. And I said we would move on to... There we go.
Okay.
Features. So, Amka and the 3 Golden Rules, Ladybug, Quite a Conundrum, I Play with the Phrase Each Other, Andorevia, Holy Ghost. Did we repeat Holy Ghost?
I think we did.
So we apologize. That Holy Ghost was actually a feature that we mentioned in the shorts Pennsylvania Holy Ghost. So that's actually a feature. Heroes of Arvier Place, Confessions of a Womanizer, Meet Me There, Darhy, The Lynching of Emmett Till, and Route 32, as in TOO.
All right. Moving on, documentary features. Republic of Rick, The Last Kamikazes of Heavy Metal, One, A Story of Love and Equality, Last Stop Flamingo, Bound by Love.
Bound by Sea.
Bound by Sea. After the Show, Freedom Fighters of NILI, Cyber Seniors, Walk On, Frack Nation, Adelante, The Longest Game, Perseverance, the story of Dr. Billy Taylor, The Heart of Bruno Wizard, Tinanja Trail,
Inzeiten.
and Inzeiten.
And Republic of Rick that we mentioned first is actually sort of a mockumentary, so documentary or narrative feature kind of hovers between the two. But regardless, it's in, so congrats.
Okay. Next, documentary shorts. Go for it.
Okay, I'll do this one. Not Anymore, A Story of Revolution, Lapses in Time, The Maintenance Man, 57 Degrees North, The Surreal and the Self, and The Birdman of St. Pete.
Okay. Animation. And I want to pay particular attention to the animation this year. In previous years, we haven't had as strong as submissions in terms of volume, and this year, for whatever reason, we had an overwhelming number of animated shorts come in. So all you animators out there, really appreciate your submissions. And certainly if you're watching this and you are an animator and didn't submit, please submit next year because we love animated
and we've got
shorts.
some great animated ones this year. So
yes, we do. All right. Bahar, did I say that right? Bahar in Wonderland, Blues, Wind, The Missing Scarf, One Night in Florida, Border Patrol, Carousel, Crushed Willy, Dreams in Pieces,
Eine gute Geschichte, a good story.
Okay. You can do the next one too.
Eine kleine Spende, Entschuldigen Sie, sorry to interrupt, Fliegen,
Fruit Flies,
Geschwister, In Zukunft, which is in the future.
It's Dark in the City.
That one's French, so okay. You can do that one. I do the Germans.
Dans le Jardin du Nil. Probably butchered that. I apologize.
Luft ihre Raum.
My Cat is Evil.
Una Ballada à la Mer.
Monkey Ring, Monkey Rag, Green Acres, and Sebastian.
So we apologize for butchering your languages. As you could see, we had, for some reason, a big number of German animated films submitted this year. And
a large number of German films in general, actually, this year.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on, as Tony had mentioned earlier,
so that is the total selection for the Sunscreen Film Festival itself. So I believe we are screening right around, out of the 500 films that were sent to the festival, we are screening around 90 short films, 12 feature films, 16 documentary features, and 6 documentary shorts, and 24 animated films. So, quick math, that's around 130 films or so. So, obviously 130 out of 500, it's not a huge selection, but a good percentage. And again, it was really tough this year. We had a team of probably 15 people watching all of the films, all of our board of directors, local film professionals. People really took their time and watched the films, and we rated them, and these are the best of the best, basically, that we came up with. So now we're going to announce the films that are going to screen at the Ritz Theater Film Festival in June.
Okay, and again, in no particular order: Blue Sorrow, Elizabeth, Permanence, Amber, Someone Like You, Officer Down, Virtuous Virtuli.
This one is literally in an Asian language, and we cannot pronounce it at all. But the tracking number is 14-355-MV for music video. So 14355 MV, congratulations.
Go Mickey Go, Sylvie,
Maybe Love.
Yep. The Sax Man, Silent Epidemic, The Untold Story of Vaccines, 60 in 60, How I Lost My Wings, Pompeii, which is also a music video, JFK in Tampa, the 50th anniversary, Trip in a Summer Dress, Out of the Ash, and Harlot Fault. Follett. Show and Tell, AKP Job 27, Medora, Gears, The Terrorist Diet, Cow Jews and Indians.
That one actually has a much, much longer title, but Cow Jews and Indians, when you hear that, you're in.
Yeah. Where We Started, Nothing Against, Before the Law Was Equal, Murder on Frog Pond Drive.
And that is 30 films for the Ritz Theater Film Festival, and there will be more films accepted for that festival, as that'll take place over 2 days in June, and so there'll be a few more that'll be accepted for that festival as well. But so we'll try to keep that short and sweet. That is the quick rundown, and Tyler and I wanted to introduce ourselves, and again thank all of the filmmakers for sending in their films and taking all the time and the effort. We know how it goes. Tyler and I are both filmmakers ourselves, and my documentary, which has won awards at some festivals, has been rejected by over 20 film festivals. So I know what it feels like to play in some festivals and get rejected by plenty of others. Sometimes it's just the nature of the game, unfortunately, but makes us better filmmakers, right?
Yes, it does. And just to let everyone know, if you heard your name today, please be on the lookout for an official acceptance letter that will get out via email later this week. We'll also be sending out all of our technical specs as far as deliverables go for a final film. If you're still working on your film, you need to hurry up and finish up. We're screening all your films May 1st through the 4th, and that means we need to have all final documentation as far as the final copies of the film, whether it's digital or hard copy, and all promotional materials no later than about 2 weeks from now. We'll get the exact date for you in the official acceptance letter.
If you are coming into town, your main option if you're flying into town is to use the Tampa International Airport and the St. Petersburg Clearwater International Airport. So there are some nonstop flights directly to the St. Pete Clearwater Airport, but for the most part, you'll be flying into Tampa. We do have hotel partners, and you'll see those on our website and in the email that will be sent to you as far as being able to get hotel discounts down here as well. And we've got some great events planned, great parties on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, and our annual karaoke party on Saturday night after the awards ceremony as well. So we hope you can make it into the festival. It's always a great time, and we'll have some great workshops and guests lined up. Nothing that we're prepared to announce yet, but within the next week we'll have some big announcements as far as our celebrity guests and workshops that we'll be doing over during the festival as well.
All right. So be on the lookout for your official acceptance letter. We appreciate you guys taking the time to submit to us, helping us have a film festival in the first place. We hope you join us.
Thanks. We'll see you in Sunscreen.